I decided to walk to the center of Europe, to the very geographical center of Europe. So this video is going to be a bit different than the other ones. If you guess from what city I am walking from to the center of Europe, I'm going to buy you a coffee. So I realized I live pretty close. I live about 30 kilometers away from the center of Europe. And so I decided to just walk there. I'm just curious to see what is there. So I'm going to walk straight to the center of Europe. If you can guess what city I am walking from, I'm going to buy you a coffee. As you can see, the weather today is pretty European. And so it goes very well with the theme. It's mid-November, so I have to get there before it's dark. It's gonna get dark pretty early today. That's genius. As I get further away from the city center, the city just looks gloomier and gloomier. Something that I found interesting is how the city finishes, like how the buildings blend into the suburbs, and then how the suburbs blend in with nature. The sidewalk starts to get narrower and narrower as you approach the end of the city. Alright, so I've already walked 10 kilometers, so I have 19 kilometers left to get to the center of Europe. And something that I realized is, when you walk in the city, time goes by way faster. I guess it's because the environment always changes, you see something new, right? So I guess life is faster in the city, after all. I really like this suburban vibe. And we've reached the end of the city. That's it. There's no more city after this building. Out of the city into the countryside. You might think I'm in the north of Europe, but I'm actually in the center of Europe. Or very, very close to the center of Europe. Should be around 16 kilometers now. When you are in a crossroads in your life, don't doubt, just keep walking straight. What do you think of these buildings, apartment buildings in the middle of nowhere? I'm not very convinced. I don't know. Middle of nowhere. Where do you prefer to live? In the city center or one of these areas? If I was in the tropics, I would prefer this. But now, with this weather, it looks pretty gloomy. Real estate prices nearby the center of Europe have been growing steadily. So you can see we're in the nice part of town right now. All I can say is that the sidewalk that leads to the center of Europe is pretty narrow. I guess they're not expecting many pedestrians. So it's about 10 kilometers left to the center of Europe. I'm feeling great. My feet don't hurt at all, which is a very major contrast to the last trip that I did. The last walk that I did was in the middle of summer. It was like 30 degrees. And it's great to have my feet dry, not sweating, not thirsty. So yeah, and the road has pretty good cushioning today. It's kind of soft and squishy. You can actually see the colors of the flag of the country where the center of Europe is located. Red, yellow, and green. It's actually those are the Rasta colors. But I'm not in Jamaica. This is 4K, baby. I was thinking of taking the route through the highway, walk through the highway, but I didn't, right? I took the country roads. I'm really glad I did that. So when in doubt, take the country roads, okay? The more picturesque, more interesting road. It's gonna be a better story. And there's a sign that says the center of Europe is in 7 kilometers. Would you spend the night there? Oh, there's someone inside. If I would climb over one of those, my videos would get a lot more views, but then I could die. Not worth it. It's the perfect weather for a field trip, and I'm not being sarcastic. Oh, still filming. 4 kilometers left. And this is how they marked the center of Europe. The most important thing when going on a long walk is to keep your feet dry. Having the proper footwear is important, but if your feet are dry, you're going to be okay. First time I hear an airplane and I can't see it. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to turn around. Alright, so I have less than a kilometer left to get to the center of Europe. I'm just gonna cross the highway, which I can hear now, and then the spot is gonna be right there. So we're gonna see. Oh, it's marked. So they marked the center of Europe with a golf course and some cheeky advertising. Everything looks better from the top of the hill, but I still can't find the center of Europe. Nope. Not a lot of visitors today. I guess the weather didn't help. More cheeky advertising. It's here, the center of Europe. There you go. Is it this? Is this the very center of Europe? This is the Christian center of Europe. Now the center of Europe is in Lithuania, about 30 kilometers away from Vilnius. That's what marks it. There you go. You see all the flags. How memorable. So I'm a bit disappointed. I thought it was going to be something else. I should have expected the flags though. That makes total sense. So anyway, yeah, so the center of Europe, there's a lot of debate about this, but I mean, again, there's debate about everything, but a lot of the experts agree that it's here in Lithuania, which doesn't make sense when you look at a map of Europe. Lithuania is way towards the east. You would think the center of Europe might be somewhere in Germany or the Czech Republic or Austria, but it's actually here in Lithuania, right here, 30 kilometers away from Vilnius. So there's not much here, there's no one. I'm alone, as you can see. And just the flags, every member state, and the emblem, which looks like a crown with stars. I don't know. I guess it's a nice gesture. I'm not one to judge, but anyway. So this is the center of Europe, and you can totally walk here from Vilnius. They were once flags of war. Now they're flags of peace and prosperity. I can't find the German one.